Julian, what do you think about, I guess, the progress the offensive line's made this spring, and what's it been like working with Andy Kwan?
Just to speak as an offensive line in regard of that, I think our progress has been amazing. To be real with you, we've came out from practice 1 to practice 15, which is now, and just being able to get a lot of strides in from communication standpoint, from just having a communication of the offensive line as a unit. Like, you need to have a bond so that everybody can play for the men beside them, as well as just as a unit be a great offensive lineman that sticks together through thin and thick. So, as well as for Coach Kwan, it's been a blessing to come over here and be coached by him. He's a very physical as well as mental coach that's going to be on top of you no matter what. When you're doing good or bad, he's just going to make sure you're always on top of your game. And being able to have a coach that pushes not only the individual but the group for the group success is something that I think has helped us a lot in success.
Luke Duncan was out there, offense question. Luke Duncan was out there keeping track of the first and the second team offense. So what has it been like working with him, and how have you seen him embrace? I mean, he's kind of in the spotlight right now.
For sure. I think he's done a great job of taking advantage of the opportunity. At the end of the day, whenever your name is called, you never know when that is. So just being able to rise up to the occasion and be able to be ready for your opportunity. I think Lucas has done a very good job of being able to assess the offense as the captain, as well as take leadership and be able to assert himself as the quarterback role. Because to be a quarterback, you need to be vocal. You need to give everybody their calls. You can't play quarterback with any type of hesitation. And I think he's done a really good job of embracing his role.
What do you think about Nico Liam on the offense?
I'm excited. At the end of the day, I know that UCLA and all of his fan base is excited to have him. So I know that once he gets up here, we're going to be able to roll. And I know that just as a unit, we're just ready. And regardless of Nico or anybody else being at quarterback, we just need to do our job as a unit. And I think that's the main thing. So I'm just excited to get him up here, to work with him, see how he fits into the offense. But at the end of the day, we're excited. It was good being able to see him out there today.
Were you able to visit with him at all?
The first time he came out here a couple weeks ago, I got to say hello to him and his pops, his family. They actually remember me back from high school or whatnot. I think he's either a year younger or older than me. But no, great family, great people, and I'm just really excited to work.
Obviously, Femi was here. Did you get to speak to him at all today?
Yeah, Femi's been around the facility even before he got drafted. Like I've known Femi since I was in high school, and just being able to have somebody who is doing what you're trying to do is inspiring. Like asking him different questions about coverage and run fit, stuff like that. It's a blessing, truthfully.
We talked to you, I think, like the first practice this spring. Now this is the last practice.
Yeah.
What kind of progress have you seen? Where has this offense come from and is now, and you personally too?
I think in any system or team, the offense in the beginning of spring ball is going to be a little slower than the defense. Offense are a little more technical and a little harder to get used to. But, I mean, they're the best we've seen. I think today they had a really good practice. And I think the development of everybody, it just took a minute for all of us. We have a whole bunch of new people, transfers, freshmen, and people who have been on the team. It just takes a while for us to all really gel together. And, I mean, we were out there showing it today, so.
How the linebackers gel?
I think it only took us maybe a day and a half to kind of become cool with each other. Like, we're all kind of the same age group, so there's no real, I don't know this, that, but, you know, it's really the first group I've been able to be a part of where everybody's cool with everybody. Like, there's no type of separation. We're all trying to help each other get better, so.
It's kind of crazy that there are so many new faces in a spring practice like this. So many new people.
No, truthfully. At my last school, it was kind of the same thing. It's just a rebuild.
A little confusing for you that there's two number 9s in linebackers. They call number 9, you know who's supposed to be on.
We got it figured out now. In the beginning, it was a little confusing, but yeah.
I think I want to add on to that. Being an offensive lineman, trying to ID the biker, you have 9, 9, and 6. It can get a little confusing, but no, they did a great job, and I know that they're in that battle for the competition for the number right now. But just proud of my guys, and just love being able to come out there this spring and ball with them.
Yes, sir.
Some of the new guys and everything. How's it been just kind of developing chemistry together? Has it been just kind of organic?
I think the coaches have really done a good job at making us come together, whether that's us doing walkthroughs before practice, after practice, us going to Top Golf and just hanging out, stuff like that. A lot of us have the same classes together. A lot of the transfers did, so they kind of forced us to become close, and it's helped us in the long run.
1,000%.
Julian, you played both inside and outside in your career. When they plugged you into right guard, how did that feel? Was it a surprise? Were you expecting something like that? And that was pretty early on in spring, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. So my first 2 years at Florida State, I played tackle. Then going into my redshirt junior season, I got moved to the interior right and left guard. At the end of the day, just being able to be inserted to any position, whether it be right guard, right tackle, left tackle, just being able to be accessible and be able to be used. I mean, that's my main goal, just being able to be somebody who can play any position, plug and play for the team. I think guard is a little bit easier because you don't have a lot to worry about. You have a center and a right tackle to the right of you, or vice versa, and being able to be in the middle, you kind of have support off both sides versus being on the edge. You're truly one-on-one man watching for corner pressures or any type of shift motion. So just being able to go in there, I think, has been a great opportunity for me to come in. It's nothing new. It's just another day. So.
What's it like for you guys, just kind of the state of college sports right now? You got guys out there making plays for the transfer portal, and you got guys who are going to be your future teammates watching from the sideline who aren't even officially, with the team yet. What is that like, just with all the fluidity and movement, guys in and out?
Well, I mean, I'm a product of the transfer portal. I mean, we both are. Like, it's just where college football is at, and I think what I always tell people, I mean, everybody has to do what's best for them, and whatever that really looks like. I mean, and we really don't know the real stories behind what's actually making people make these type of decisions. So, I mean, I'm not mad at anybody for going or coming.
100%. To add off that, I think it's a new era. I mean, we're all seeing this somewhat for the first time. At the end of the day, the way I like to look at it is keep the main thing the main thing. If you're coming to a program or a prestigious institution like UCLA, you want to come in here and not worry about all of the logistics and the NIL and all that stuff. Just be able to come in, keep your nose down, work, and gain your respect through the work that you do on and off the field. And I think that's what we kind of both have been able to come in here and assert ourselves as leaders by doing those actions on and off the field. So.
Julian, sort of along those lines, as it relates to Nico, how much responsibility do you all have to kind of get him up to speed, considering he's going officially part of the team for a while?
1,000%. I think that's more of a quarterback's question and like quarterback positional coach. But at the end of the day, we all have a self-accountability where we tell each other, whether it be the wide receivers to the offensive line or the offensive line to the wide receivers, and be like, hey, look, we need to lock in. We need to take this as a game period and have the intensity and have the intent to go in any single practice, whether it be a walkthrough or a full padded practice, just have that type of intensity. So I know that once he gets here, our coaching staff has done a great job of getting guys like me as well as these other transfers up to par and up to speed. So I have no doubt in my mind that they'll be able to come in here. He'll be able to fit into the system. I mean, he's going to be new, but at the end of the day, I think he'll be able to get it done.
Another Nico question. Chisom was saying, he wants you guys to be able to practice and prepare, with a little bit of noise. When there was so much attention, around Nico and around this UCLA program, what was it like, kind of, trying to dial in on what you have to do on a daily basis?
When it comes to dialing in, like I kind of said a little bit earlier, keep the main thing the main thing. At the end of the day, it's college football, it's college sports. You're going to have buzzing from here and there and this and that and the other, but at the end of the day, it's a production result-based business. So if you can come in, whether you're the highest 5-star or 6-star in the nation, and then you can be a bust. At the end of the day, it's what you put on that film. So I think regardless of him coming or Joey leaving and all that stuff, as a team, we've just done a really good job of honing in this spring and coming together as a team and just working so that we can go ahead and get to our end goal, which is winning games.
Did you guys get to talk to Joey before he left, or was that kind of a sad situation? He came in and was your teammate, and it seemed like everybody liked the guy, and suddenly he's leaving?
Personally, no, but I mean, that happens. People have to, the transfer portal stuff, it can happen as fast or as slow as you want it to happen. So, I mean, stuff like that moves really fast. And, I wish him the best. There's no hard feelings. He made the decision that is going to uprise his career. And, we made decisions to, move forward in our career. So, yeah.
I had a class the other day, and I got to see him just kind of sitting down outside. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? What are you doing here? Oh, just got class. And he's done a really good job of keeping his head on, and I know that I mean, at the end of the day, he made his decision, and I wish him nothing but the best. I know that he'll be able to probably have some success. And yeah, we're just excited to get all of our guys, all of the new transfers, Nico, vice versa, everybody just come in and work. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're about. Our program has been nothing but work and excellence and striving for excellence, knowing you probably won't get it, but if you come a little bit short, you're going to be pretty dang good. So, yeah.
Not only was there a lot of turnover on the roster, but also the coaching staff, and obviously they're all new for you guys. But what can you guys say about that? Because from the outside, that looked already very cohesive unit, very personable with you guys. What have you guys seen from your position coaches and just Sean Foster and the staff as a whole?
I think they've done a great job of getting everybody to come together as a unit, just regardless of offense and defense. Like Chis said, being able to bring us to Topgolf or taking us and having a little day adventure, whether it be, hey, no full pattern practice, we're going to go to the pool or we're going to do X, Y, and Z. So just being able to have that brotherhood and that bond has been the main thing that I feel so far this spring or whatnot. And yeah, it's just been a blessing to have these coaches that really care about our futures and care about that connection, because at the end of the day, it's all about that connection. You can have a bunch of very talented guys, but if you don't have a connection on and off the field, it's not gonna really pan out. So
I'll add something. Shout out to Coach White, truthfully. He's probably the coolest guy I've probably ever met. Some of the days before the walkthroughs, we just go in the linebacker room, not even watching film, and we're just watching a movie. Like, that type of connection with your coach, whether the players are able just to come in there and we could just kick in the linebacker room and watch a movie before we have to get serious. Like, I think that just allows everybody to feel comfortable and trust you.